Well, hello. This is kind of weird, recording myself. I am also in the car. I am not driving though, however. I'm in Tulsa, which is odd. Miss you guys. Wanted to tell you how much I love these videos. I'm so excited that David thought of it and that everybody's doing it. It just makes me super happy every time I see one and I get to hear what's going on in your lives and your heads and what you're thinking and what you're doing, and I just love it. But the flip side is I have to make one and I don't want to do that, but here I am doing it because, you know, that seems like the fair thing to do. As far as what's been going on in life, I think Dad and I told you a lot of that in Elgin. Continuing to work on projects and stuff, and simultaneously feel like I'm never there. Coming and going a lot of driving. I've been in Tulsa quite a bit lately. We're heading to Enid tonight. I got to just have lunch with Meredith, which was really nice. I miss her. I miss all my friends. But got to see her, got to hear about Hannah and Claire and how they're doing, and saw Christine briefly, stopped by and dropped off a gift. Ainsley's 8th grade graduation is this month, so that's kind of strange. She's so grown up. And I was up here for Juliet's prom. You guys saw those pictures. So I got to see Jill and Juliet and Christine, Ainsley, and Mare over the past little bit. Dad and I got to have dinner with Ramen and New last time we were here. Went to a scout event, so got to see a lot of scout people and robotics people last night, which was really nice. It's just crazy how big everybody's getting. Josh Cox and Max Sullivan both going off to college and so grown up, so mature. Anyway, I was thinking about something more philosophical. Oh, I should probably jump back and say, very interested in all the topics going around about disruption and AI and education. Oh my God, 100%. I have been saying for a while that I kind of hope AI is the disruption we need for education. It needs a complete overhaul. And I don't know, AI might actually cause that to happen, meaning I don't know why we would even consider assigning homework anymore. Like, that's ridiculous. And we need to go back to more class discussions. But that's another topic. But I do agree, education needs an overhaul, and I have lots of thoughts. But when this video came up, more philosophically, I was thinking about why I hadn't done one yet. And I am a procrastinator because I'm also a perfectionist. And I kept thinking about, I wanted to figure out what I was going to say and what I was going to do, and was never the right time, and I never knew what I wanted to do, and so I just didn't do it. And that is a flaw. But I was thinking about all of you and the age you're at and how you're all thinking about what you want to do with your lives and how you want to improve and what you want to do better. And I originally was thinking that that's what we do in our 20s. Like, that's normal. That's part of the evolution of life. And then I realized that it's not just in your 20s. I mean, Dad and I are trying this clean eating thing. We're always trying to improve. And then I look at Mama and Grandpa as an example, and constantly still trying to improve themselves and their community and their lives and make positive changes. And so on one hand, that's super positive. I was excited to think about the fact that it's not just in your 20s that you want to improve. On the other hand, I think it's definitely a personality. I also think it's a personality thing. Like, there are some people who never change, who never recognize their flaws, never try to improve, never try to make themselves better. But there are other people who it's their whole lives. They're always thinking about it. I think we're all that way. That it's not good enough, that we need to keep trying to improve. And then I thought about the downside to it, which is like the perfectionism and the not making this video. And I was thinking that the part of my journey for self-improvement late in life has been to quit being so self-critical, which seems counterintuitive. But I think it's really important to accept some of the things about yourself as what they are, and maybe not think that every trait that you have needs to be fixed or improved. Maybe it's okay to be who you are. Some of those things are just fine. And also, I was thinking, I don't know that I want to keep trying to change who I am as long as my mom and grandpa are still doing it, you know? Like that's both inspiring and hard and kind of sad to me, to think that we're never satisfied. Is there ever a time? Do you ever get to the point where you're like, yeah, this is it, I'm good? I hope so. But it worries me a little bit to think that if you have the personality trait to try to improve and try to think about yourself, that maybe you're never satisfied. And I would like to be satisfied. I think the definition of happiness really ought to be that you're good with it. You're good with whatever it is. You're not rich. Maybe you don't look the way you want to look, or act the way you want to act, or whatever, but maybe whatever it is, you're like, yeah, this is good. I'm happy. I'm good right here. I don't know. That's one of those philosophical discussions, kind of like all the rest of them. If you have the personality trait to want to be self-critical, to try to fix things, to try to improve as a human being, is the backside of that, the counter to that, is it that you're never satisfied? And is that a good thing? I don't know. Anyway, that's what I was thinking about when I was going to make this video, and I just spent, I'm not wearing my glasses, like 7 minutes doing it. So I love you guys. I miss you. Oh, Tulsa has been really weird driving around. I don't know, kind of nostalgic this trip. And that was another question I wanted to ask you guys. Are you ever sad that Dad and I left Tulsa? Like, that you don't have a home base here anymore? Do you want to come back and visit? Does it make you sad not to have a home where you grew up? At least not in the same city. Just curious. Anyway, drove by the playground we used to go to all the time in our old neighborhood, and oof, all the feels. Anyway, love you guys.